You know, I'm finally starting to see the point of all those old, cynical mantras. Specifically, the one that says, make money, not friends.
That's harsh, even for you after a 60-hour week. What brought that on? Did a friend cancel dinner again?
No, worse. I had to let go of a project because a friend needed a favor, a non-monetary, time-intensive favor, right when I was about to close a major contract. The contract would have secured my independence for a year. The favor? It bought me 5 hours of someone else's emotional drama. I chose the friend, and I lost the security.
So you're quantifying human relationships as a cost?
I'm quantifying time as a cost, and time is money. Look, I'm not saying connections are useless. They're crucial. But I'm differentiating between a transactional network and sentimental friendship. A network gets you places, opens doors, and offers reciprocal value. Friends? They often just take value, they require labor, energy, and constant maintenance, and when you need real help, they often can't provide it.
That's a fundamentally flawed way to view loyalty, Liam. Let's flip your scenario. You've just landed that huge contract, you're rich, secure. Then, you have a massive health crisis, something money can't fully fix, like the need for constant care or just sanity. Who visits the hospital? Who cooks the soup? Who tells you to keep fighting when the money means nothing in the face of despair?
I'd hire a private nurse and a top-tier therapist. My money secures the best possible outcome. Friends provide emotional support, which is nice, but in a crisis, I want competence and resources, not just tears and platitudes. Money is the ultimate resource. It buys me independence from ever having to rely on the unreliable kindness of others.
You call it independence, I call it isolation. You're building a fortress of cash around yourself to keep the messy, unpredictable parts of life out. But the messy parts include genuine joy, unconditional support, and shared human experience. You can't hire someone to reminisce about your college stupidity. You can't pay someone to have the kind of deep, intuitive trust we have, where I know what you're thinking just by looking at you.
I acknowledge the warmth, Sarah. But warmth doesn't pay the mortgage. And frankly, shared history often leads to resentment and obligation. A professional relationship is clean, value given, value received. A friendship is perpetually messy, expectations, guilt, unstated needs. I'm aiming for a life where I can say no to everything and everyone without consequence. That is freedom.
That's not freedom, that's just a gilded cage. You talk about friends draining energy, but think about the energy you spend guarding all that wealth and status. The pressure to always be on, always succeeding, always climbing, because the minute you stop, you realize you have nothing but assets. True friends are the safety net that lets you fail. If I fail tomorrow, I can crash on your couch. If you fail, where do you crash? A 5-star hotel room where the staff doesn't even know your name?
I crash back into my work, using the massive capital reserves I built while you were socializing. I create a new opportunity. The difference is I have a buffer. You rely on the goodwill of others. My buffer is finite, but it's mine. Yours relies on the commitment of people whose priorities are outside your control.
And that commitment is precisely the point. It's the highest form of wealth. You're trading a secure, non-depreciating asset, a handful of people who will always love and advocate for you, for a volatile, constantly fluctuating currency. Look, I want money too, but it's a tool. When it becomes the goal, and relationships become collateral damage, you've lost the plot. Happiness isn't found in a stock ticker, it's found in the human connections you nurture.
Perhaps we're talking about different definitions of wealth. For me, wealth is about option value. Money maximizes my options. For you, wealth is about emotional depth. I respect that. But for now, I'll take the financial certainty over the social contingency. Maybe once I hit my number, I'll start investing in loyalty.
She smiles faintly. Don't wait too long, Liam. Loyalty isn't a stock you can buy after the IPO. It's a seed you have to water while you're still building the garden. But you do you. Just save a corner of that fortress for me if you ever need a non-transactional soup delivery.
Deal. But I expect a full cost analysis of the ingredients first.